Hello, Leo. Elsie here to do a reading for you, my friends. This week we've been doing for all of the signs the overview for 2025. And this is what I'm here to do for you today, Leo. How are you? Thanks so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. Leo, if you are brand new and you want to join this tribe, there is a button in the bottom right-hand corner, a subscription button if you'd like to join this tribe. And for those of you who are coming back in 2025, thank you so much, my ride or dies. I appreciate you so very, very much. Happy New Year to you, and let's take a look what's coming up in the overview of 2025. Now, this is a general reading, so keep that in mind. It won't be for everybody. Let's find out what's going on for you, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo. Leo, the first card we put down is what you don't know about 2025. Ooh, look at that. What you don't know is that it's on. The Ace of Coins is here. Look, this is the beginning of your abundance. This is the most abundant year that you've entered in a really long time, financially and otherwise. Look, abundance is a lot of things, right? It's a very ambiguous word that means a lot of things. Could be money, health, children, happy life, money, car, job. It feels like it's just abundance in general for you. What will help you thrive this year? What will help you thrive is the Four of Swords. So I feel like there's either some healing you've been through or healing you will go through this year, and that's how you will thrive. Getting your balance in the mind, I'm going to say, your emotional balance or your intellectual balance, actions to take this year. The Three of Wands. I feel like you need to stop waiting. Yeah, waiting for what you want. It's time to stop waiting for someone to show up, for someone to come help you. It's time for you to stop waiting. It's time for you to go out to see the ships here. And we've got Aries energy here. Aries would never stand by and wait, right? So I feel like it's time for you to stop waiting for things to arrive for you. What do you need to let go of this year? We've got the Three of Cups. I feel like somebody's partying too much. I'm just going to say, I feel like somebody's been spending a lot of money going out, being social, eating up places, going out, maybe having fun, drinks are flowing. I feel like maybe you just need to let go of that this year a little bit. Also, this is Cancer energy, so I feel like for some of you, you need to let go of hiding yourself under the surface when it comes to your emotions. We will come back and clarify all of these, of course. And the main focus for your year this year, Leo, is the Two of Wands. It's going to be decision making, and I feel like it's like decisions that you're going to have to make, but I don't feel like they're bad decisions. I feel like they're all good decisions. Like, it does feel like we have whichever door you go through here, we have one door that's got blue sky. The other door has got pink energy. Oh, you know what? Those are downloads. Those are clarity that you're going to be getting, I feel. So either you get lessons or you get the great stuff. Whatever it is, I feel like it's your main focus this year is going to be decision making decisions about things without holding back. Because I feel like that although you are a person who is okay to take a risk and run at things, I feel like you are someone who's going to slow down just a little bit, feel it out, and then make decisions. New opportunities that are coming to Leo this year, 2025. We've got the Chariot. Oh, so I feel like you do have not only some emotional opportunities that are coming at you, but I think that this is the year where you breach the surface. It feels like when I see this particular one, it feels like this Chariot's coming out of the water from the deep. And I feel like you are a deep individual, and I feel like you're about to break or breach the surface and show people that you're here. I think you're about to be seen. New opportunities. I feel like you're not scared to be seen this year, not scared to have success. But I feel like this year you're far more balanced in your emotional energy than you were last year. Something you must acknowledge this year, Leo. We have the Knight of Swords. Look, this came up for the last three hands I did. I think it came up for Gemini and for Libra, and I feel like it's sort of applicable a little bit for you, Leo. The Knight of Swords is somebody who is sort of aggressive in their words, right? So it's somebody who just kind of blurts it out. This is Gemini energy, right? And so I feel like in the past that's got you into a little bit of trouble. The Knight of Swords is it's, I don't really care how you feel about it. I'm just going to throw it out on the table, let you sort it out. I really don't care. It's not that you're not being honest and truthful, because I think that you are, but I think your delivery is a little bit harsh. So I think that's something you need to acknowledge this year, that you need to maybe soften up your delivery, and not because I think you need to change yourself, but I think that it's going to bring in more opportunity should you decide to do that. And you don't have to. You don't have to at all. You can stay being who you are. I'm not telling you to change, but I feel like universe is saying it's something you must acknowledge if you want to have these new opportunities work out for you. How should you approach challenges this year? The Five of Wands. So I feel like you should approach challenges as though they are competition. If you're a person who thrives in competition, and I think you do, Leo, I think you thrive within competition. I feel like that's the way you're supposed to approach challenges here, is know that you're a person who, for the most part, you will win. And I feel like holding back until you have all the details is really very smart, but throwing your hat in the ring. Yeah, and please just know that, the person who decides to step into the ring, and fails, and I feel who is it? Brene Brown, I think, the thing that she based her book on, that was a quote by Roosevelt, I think. And I can't say the quote word for word, but it is in her book called Daring Greatly. I think that what this energy is about, how you should approach challenges, is by daring greatly. That for those of you who are ready to step in the arena and ready to get your face marred with blood and dust, that you are the person who's won anyway, because there's people who are sitting in the nosebleed seats watching you do it, and they're too afraid. So I feel like you are supposed to approach challenges with gusto, knowing that even if you do fall in the ring, that you're still further ahead than the person sitting in the nosebleeds, pointing a finger at you, telling you that you did wrong. What's Spirit's advice? Ooh, that one gave me chills from head to toe. Spirit's advice for Leo. We've got the Hanged Man. So I feel like it's be willing to change your mind, be willing to see things from a different perspective, and be willing to make sacrifices when you need to. I feel it's really about surrendering to your emotions, surrendering to breaching the surface. It feels like surrendering to that you're not always going to win, but you always should put your best foot forward or throw your hat in the ring, whether you feel like you're going to win or not. I feel like making the choice to do that is going to bring you wisdom this year. We do have the Four of Cups. You need to get out of your comfort zone. The comfort zone might be the place where you always win, the thing that you always do, that you always did, so you always get what you always got, because you know that from here to there you can already call it, and you know you're going to make the right decision because it's happened before. The way it's always happened is the way it's always been. So I feel like it's about learning your patterns. And so, staying within the Four Cups is okay for a while, but then it gets really stagnant there. Right? It's time for you to try something different, I want to say. Yeah, maybe something different, emotionally different for some of you. All right, let's go back and clarify. Let's find out what else is going on for Leo for 2025, please. So I like this. What you don't know, man, is that things are about to go great. I feel like financially, you're about to win this year. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles here. Whatever this energy is, whatever the investment is, people might invest in you, you might invest in others. It could be investment, it could be building of business. What's the Ace of Pentacles, please? We've got the Hierophant. We've got the Five of Cups. And we got the Six of Swords. You know what it is? I feel like you have to come to a realization this year. What you don't know is you will come to a realization this year that some of the decisions I made, I had to make for a reason. That they are decisions that you made last year, I feel almost haunt you just a little bit, because it feels like the Hierophant energy is the energy of, sort of being stuck in your ways, being a bit traditional, but also listening to the higher self and always doing the right thing. And I want to say with this Hierophant, with the Five of Cups energy, it's giving me that maybe you hurt some people's feelings last year because you made decisions. Maybe you have regrets of sticking your ground or staying your ground. I feel like you need to let that go, because the Six of Swords is here and it is too chaotic in the mind for you. It's time for you to get out of the chaos and move to the calm and release all of that. I feel that's what what the Ace of Pentacles is for you. I feel like it is the investment in the self, that you're going to stop beating yourself up for decisions that you made in the past, that there are reasons I feel that you had to let go of the commitment or let go of the marriage. It feels like somebody here may have let go of an important relationship last year. I have to move on. I feel like you did the right thing. If that's the case, it feels like you did the right thing to move on from there. It feels like with the Ace of Pentacles here, it feels like it's going to make you wealthy. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe it's not financial, but I think it's going to make you wealthy. For those of you who are looking at this as money though, I feel like if you are going to make a decision financially, that you've got to be all in. I'm just going to pull one more card here. You've got to go all in, and you've got to listen to your intuition, the higher self. I feel like whatever it is that you left back there that you're feeling a little bit regrettable about, I feel like you left it back there in order to invest in yourself. And I think that was the right thing to do. We do have the Death card. So yeah, it's still on the same train of thought here. It still feels like you had to let something go. When I do see the Death card and the Hierophant, it feels like somebody asked for a divorce, or I'm sorry, I can't be in this relationship with you anymore. And I feel like you're feeling a little bit guilty about that, but I feel like you had to leave in order to invest in yourself. And I think that was the best decision. What will help you thrive is the Four of Swords. I feel like it's healing. I feel like you need to heal, get balance in the mind. I feel like you changed. It feels like you grew out of a vibration. If a relationship is what you left in the past, I feel like you grew out of a vibration. And now you realize that you need to do something for yourself. We do have the Four of Swords, which is bringing up the Knight of Wands. We have the King of Wands. I kind of like that progression of energy here. Yeah, I feel like you were far too stuck in the mind. I feel as though what's going to help you thrive this year is getting out of this Eight of Swords energy. It feels like the Knight of Wands energy, the unstable energy of the mind, is probably something that I feel plagued you for a while. I want to say though, between the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands, I want to say that you've raised your vibration this year. Coming into this year, you're going to raise your vibration from being unstable, being reckless a little bit, not really knowing what you want to do, where you want to go. I feel like you're growing into the King of Wands energy, where you're a little more responsible with your fire. You're now being very particular about your fire. I feel like the Four of Swords is telling me you're healing from all of it, from the Eight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. I feel like you're King of Wands energy. I feel like you become the master of your domain this year, whatever your domain is, whether you're thinking about that in love or work or whatever it is. I feel like you become the master of something this year. Actions to take. The Three of Wands is stop waiting around. And I think that you're starting the year off like that. I feel like you're going to stop waiting around for things to come to you. I think you're going out to get whatever it is that you want here, trying to expand. We do have the Five of Wands. We do have the Knight of, no, sorry, not the Knight, the Hanged Man. And we have the Nine of Swords. So I feel as though you've been waiting around, waiting for things to get better. I feel like you've been waiting, but you've been waiting in lack. You've been holding back and you didn't want to hold back. You wanted to move forward. I feel like you've been beating yourself up about sitting around and waiting, but I feel like with the Five and the Three of Wands, it tells me 8 wands are present, which means things are about to speed up for you. The Hanged Man is here, which is telling me that you now have a different perspective of things. The different perspective is I've got to stop hanging around waiting for things to change. I've got to make the change. That is the perspective, that you're no longer going to sacrifice yourself, but you are surrendering to the universe. And I think what you're surrendering is the Nine of Swords. I'm not going to worry about the outcome anymore, because the outcome is what the outcome is going to be. I feel like you're just going to surrender to the universe, stop beating yourself up, and let things move forward as they are. I think the action that you're going to take here is you're going to get out of this Hanged Man energy, stop sacrificing things, sacrificing yourself, and just going with the flow a little more. What you need to let go of here is the Three of Cups. Tell me about this. Three of Cups. We've got the Eight of Cups. We've got the Seven of Pentacles and the Emperor. Oh my goodness. Leo. You know what the Three of Cups is telling me? And I'm telling you, I'm not the reader that sees the Three of Cups as a third party, but I'm just saying, I feel like you've done a little bit of conquering in your time, Leo. I'm just going to say, I feel like you really have done all of the conquering without emotions, that you've been emotionally detached. I think that's something that you're going to work on this year. I feel like I want to say, I've never met a Leo who wasn't beautiful to look at. And so Leo kind of gets their way in terms of passion, in terms of dating, in terms of, you know what I mean? And I feel like you've been the emperor in this category, that you are the person who is the conqueror, who can have whatever you want, right? It feels like that energy. And I feel like the Three of Cups is telling me that you've done all of this while being emotionally detached. And so that tells me that you don't really want a long-term relationship, that you've been emotionally detached, and you've just been in the Three of Cups, right? Which is third parties, that kind of thing, maybe just hitting it and quitting it, friends with benefits, that kind of thing. And I feel like that's changing, I want to say. In 2025, that's changing, because the Seven of Pentacles is here. I feel like you've decided that you're throwing your seeds of intention in a different direction, that you're going to start living intentionally and nurturing the self and putting a lot of hard work into relationships, and maybe, just kind of honing this emperor energy. I feel like you've been, the Aries is the fire part of it, but I feel like you're going to be looking more into your pentacle energy, maybe the King of Pentacles, which is part of the wisdom of the Emperor. And so I feel like you're going to become more slow moving. I feel like you're moving more slowly. I feel like you're learning things, going to put some hard work in on yourself. Your main focus this year is making decisions. I think that's one of the decisions that you're making. It's time to slow down. No more third parties. No more going out and meeting people, just having short-term connections here and there. We've got the Two of Wands energy, which is your energy of making decisions here. I've got the World card. Got the Six of Pentacles. Yep, decisions in the Two of Cups, which is love. We've got 8 here and 2 there. I feel like you've decided that you're no longer in short-term connections. I feel like you are going to wait for the right long-term connection to show up. It feels like the World card is here to tell me that chapter of your life has closed. And the Six of Pentacles is telling me that you're really going to be selective with who you give your energy to now. These are all decisions that I feel that you're going to come to sometime this year. And the Two of Cups is one of those. So we have the 8 and the 2, which is 10. And I feel like you're looking for something a little more family oriented, someone that you can be with for a long time and be happy. I really do feel like if this is a breakup, a major breakup or a divorce or something that you went through late last year, I feel like you're still feeling that as you come into 2025. And so I feel like that's why it came up the first energy here. But I feel like by the time you get into the middle of the year, I feel like you're closing that door and you've decided that that's not what you really want for your life anymore. These new opportunities, I feel like you're breaching the surface here as a brand new Leo is what it feels like here. This is Cancer energy. You could have a Cancer placement, but we have the Chariot here. Tell me about new opportunities, because I feel like new opportunities are racing at you at a very high speed because you are the master manifester here, my friend. It feels like you're very skilled, you're very resourceful, and you're somebody who knows how to use the tools that you have. And so I feel like these opportunities are showing up for you because you have been using the tools of manifestation here. The Star is here. I feel like people can see you from far away. I want to say that you are somebody who's very talented, or somebody who is, I feel like maybe people will be seeing you as well, because maybe you're going to use these manifestation tools to heal. It could be that as well with the Star, that you're becoming more hopeful, that you're going to have victories and successes in your future. And I think that you will, because now I think you're willing to learn. Instead of just running at things in fire, I think that you're willing to stop, to look, to learn, to be the student, to learn how to heal, to learn how to have hope, and to learn how to use your tools. Look, we all have the same path. We start at the zero, which is the Fool, which is zero because it's nothing, but it's the opportunity for everything. And we then go to the Magician, card number 1, right? We go to the Magician. The Magician gives us everything that we need to carry on our path in life. A lot of people stop here. They get the tools and they say thanks, and they just never move any further. I feel like you are moving into your spiritual energy. I feel like there's something that happens this year that pushes you into this hopeful spiritual energy where you become the alchemist and you realize that you can bring whatever is in the 5D, you can bring it into the 3D. I think that you realize that there's hope for learning something new. It comes in with a tower. So it's a realization here, a realization of the investment in the self. So I feel like you might be going back to school possibly, but it feels like it could be just a realization or a moment of clarity that it's time to grow up. Yeah. We've got something you must acknowledge here, Leo. You must acknowledge this Knight of Swords, being kind of aggressive in the way that you move. Tell me about this. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. We got the Two of Pentacles. And we've got the Three of Wands. Look, it's always going to be your choice, right? That's what the Two of Pentacles is. It's like, life is busy. It's always going to make your choice. We're always making, all of us, always making choices in the 3D, right? I feel like should you decide to soften a little bit, this is, Pentacles are feminine energy and swords are masculine energy and fire is masculine energy. So I feel like this energy that you've used in the past of shock value, throwing things out at people, being really honest. I don't care if it hurts your feelings. I don't care if I cut you. I think that the universe is saying here that should you choose to use some feminine energy here, soften yourself just a little bit, that it will bring you all kinds of abundance if you choose it. But you must choose it. It's totally up to you. We do have the Three of Wands, which tells me that there are a lot of adventures that are going to be coming up, and there's a lot of adventures and a lot of expansion to come up for you, but you will get way more bees with honey than vinegar, right? And so I'm not saying that you got to water yourself down, but I'm saying that sometimes you're a little aggressive in the way that you throw out words, and you got to learn how to roll it back just a little bit. How to approach your challenges. Tell me about the Five of Wands. It's a really good book, by the way. Five of Wands, I was talking about Daring Greatly. Gosh, you got to read that book. It's really good. You could even just Google that, Brene Brown, Daring Greatly, and it'll give you the quote from Roosevelt. I think it's something that's really important for you to read. How to approach your challenges. Don't be scared of competition. We've got the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles. Ace of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. I feel like the way that you're supposed to approach your challenges is by finding yourself a network of people, people who do the same thing you do, people that are, like you, have kinship. I think people that you can trust, people who will trust you. I feel like you are going to find friendship or a network of people who possibly are at the beginning of doing something that you already do. So whatever it is, maybe you're a master carpenter, maybe you're a great welder. I don't know what it is, but it feels like it's the Five of Wands and the Page of Pentacles is telling me that I feel like that you have tales to tell, that you have a lot of really good advice because you've been through a lot of adversity as it pertains to how you've approached challenges in the past. So I feel like the Three of Pentacles is telling me that you're about to meet a new group of people or a new community that I feel are going to bring you in with open arms here with the Ace of Cups. Tell me about Spirit's advice. The Hanged Man. Trying to get a different perspective on things here. Surrendering to the universe and saying, look, I'm not going to be driving anymore. I'm not going to try and control the outcome. Tell me about Spirit's advice. We've got the Lovers. We've got the Four of Pentacles and the Sun. Oh, look, that's your energy. The Sun. I feel like the Four of Pentacles is telling me that you've got to be a little more open. If you are somebody who is interested in choosing to surrender to the universe, choosing a different perspective, Your perspective is about to change for those of you who are interested in changing your mind. The Four of Pentacles is being shut off and shut down. I'm miserly with my time and my energy. I'm not giving it to anybody, but the sun is here. And so I feel like the sun is encouraging you to have a breakthrough, to be happy, to open up, to, everything is you can see everything under the sun. I feel like this year is a year for you where you are going to open up and you're going to grow professionally, personally, spiritually. It feels like you could meet a spiritual mate, possibly, if you're interested in that for some of you. We do have the Ten of Cups. Look, it's about to be one of the happiest years you've had. It's going to start out slow, but I feel like opportunities are going to show up one by one for you. And you're going to be shocked at how quickly these start rolling in. It feels like the Empress energy with the Page of Cups. Some of you could be expecting a baby this year. You could decide that you're going to have some children, and if you're not, be careful with that. But the Knight of Pentacles tells me that it might be later in the year, possibly. The Ten of Cups tells me, look, you are headed for one of the best years you've had in a very, very long time. I'm going to leave that right there. Thank you so much for coming here and watching, Leo. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Happy 2025 to you, and we'll see you tomorrow with a sneak peek. See you guys. Bye-bye.